Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today our journey is in 20706 Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus Huzur Saheb Nanded Vande Bharat Express. I wanted to travel from Mumbai to Huzur Saheb Nanded and there were many options. I have already traveled once in an overnight train. Today also I wanted to travel in an overnight train, but when I checked online I found very less details and videos and information about this Vande Bharat Express. So I thought, like, why not travel in this one, and let's share all the details possible, like food, punctuality, overall experience and many other important details about this particular train. It is a 20 coach Vande Bharat Express and it has 2 executive class and 18 AC chair car class. My coach is C2, my co-passenger is in C18, so I went ahead towards C18, spoke with him, and now I'm going to go back in C2. And once the door is open, I'll board the train, I'll show the amenities and we'll begin the journey, and I'll share possibly all the important details. So let me head back to the back end of the coach C2, because that is right at the end. If you're coming from any local train or from outside, then it would be very close to board. But if in case your coach is C18, C17 or C15, something like that, then you have to pretty much walk the entire length of the train. So this was something about the coach position, but still check whenever you're boarding. Now let's board the train once the door is open. Let's begin our journey. It's 1:08 and I am near C12 coach, and doors are still not open. People are still waiting anxiously outside to board the train, and there is not even 2 minutes left for the train to depart. Interesting thing about this particular train's punctuality is most of the time it departs late from Mumbai CSM2, and there are many reasons of that which I'll share in the journey coming up. Doors were opened at 1:15, so it was interesting that 5 minutes after the scheduled departure time the door has been opened. So yes, as expected, we are going to depart late from our starting station. So that is something which is quite evident and which happens quite frequently with this particular train, and I'll share in detail why this happens. First, let me share the interior details about this particular coach, and then following which I think we should be able to see the departure of our train. So that's the display which you can see, and there is the luggage place where you can keep, and if we see beneath, that is the legroom in AC chair car, and this is the net, that's the bottle holder, and that is the footrest, and this is the tray which can be opened, as you can see, and it can be closed like this. And here is the handle which has the button for reclining, and this can go up and down, and beneath is the charging point, as you can see over here and there also. That's the emergency talk button. Just make sure that no kid sit over there, because pressing the button unnecessarily will directly communicate you with the loco pilot, and disturbing the loco pilot for unwanted or unnecessary reason is a legal offense. There is all the instruction mentioned over there. Just remember, if in case there is any kid accompanying you on the journey and if that button is close by, then make sure that the kid is aware that they shouldn't press, or you just keep him away from that particular window seat, because it can land you in trouble if in case it is pressed multiple times without any reason. And there is no chain pulling system. You have to communicate through that particular button, and if in case the reason is valid, then only the loco pilot will stop. And generally I don't think there would be any reason they would be easily stopping the train. So avoid any kind of such instances, and if in case it is unavoidable, then you can communicate through that button also. And please don't get down at any station, be it any Vande Bharat Express, even if it arrives before time, because if the door gets locked and you are outside, and if you are alone or if you are not alone, then it would be a big issue. I never get down if I'm traveling in any train which has automatic door system unnecessarily on the platform, because it is very dangerous and it is very risky and people have to board and deboard. So just simply avoid that. If you want anything, ask the catering staff or any other staff, and they should help you with whatever you need. Now let's see the departure of our train, which happens at what time I don't know, from Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus. 1:27, and we have started from Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, and the departure is delayed by 17 minutes. Let's see the departure. Along with that, I'll share the details about the fare of this particular train. I'm not sure why we have stopped. I think maybe some chain pulling or some emergency, I don't know. हाँ इंग्लिश. The water bottle is provided, and interestingly, in this Vande Bharat Express, you get a 1 liter water bottle, and they also provided with the newspaper, even though we are starting a journey in the afternoon. So those two things were provided, and we would be provided with lunch. So the lunch will also be provided, and I think this is one of the trains which provides lunch as well as dinner if you are doing an end-to-end journey. Because if in case you're deboarding anywhere before Jalna, you won't be getting the dinner, and if in case you're boarding from Nasik or anywhere after Nasik, then you won't be getting the lunch. So if in case you're boarding from Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, Dadar, Thane or Kalyan, then only you will get the lunch. And if in case you're boarding from Nasik, then you will get evening snacks. If in case you're traveling beyond Jalna, then you will get the dinner also. So that's something about like how the catering is, and that is why the catering charges is quite a lot in this particular train, because there are two important meals, that is lunch and dinner, along with that evening snacks. So that makes the fare quite expensive, and the executive class is actually more expensive than the first AC of Devgiri Express, which is kind of like an overnight train if in case you are traveling from Mumbai to Huzur Saheb Nanded. So that is a very interesting fact and difference, and that is precisely because the food or the catering charge is 600 plus in executive class. Let's see when we reach Dadar, and I'll share an important detail about Dadar now.
कोई नहीं आया है ऑपरेशन म्हणजे क्रुशल असं ऑपरेशन झाल्यामुळे ते रिक्षा ऑपरेशन झालं ते टायमर नाही तर तू त्याच्यावर करू नको तर दुसरं कोणी असेल तर फक्त.
We reached Dadar station at 1:40, and the delay is there, and the train would not be stopping for too long, and the door beep is buzzing, so I am expecting the door to be closed right now. And if in case someone is coming to help you to board the train, tell them to just help you to board the train and don't come inside, because in case the door is locked and if they cannot go down, then they have to come back from Thane and it will be an issue. And I have seen instances in past wherein passengers who are coming to board the train, and along with that someone who is accompanying, they have been stuck in Vande Bharat Express and they have to face a lot of hassle. The departure has happened. Let me show you the departure from Dadar station. That was a very fantastic departure of a train from Dadar station. Very swift acceleration, and something which Vande Bharat is known for. That is very quick acceleration and deceleration. I'll share some interesting skips before we reach Thane. That is also a stop of our train. And one important thing about Dadar is, if in case you're coming from Andheri, Bandra, Boreli, or even Vasai, Dahisar or Virar or Bhayandar, then you can take a local train, come till Dadar station, and then you can board this train. Just remember that if you're coming by local train from those locations, you would be reaching to Dadar station, where it would be the western railway part, and you have to come to the central railway part of Dadar station. Both are well connected with bridges, and you can easily reach over there. The only thing which you need to take care of is that you have to carry your luggage, you have to take the staircase, and you have to come to the platform. So that is something which you have to do if in case you're boarding from Dadar, but it will save you a lot of time. rather than going till Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus and then boarding the train. And for that, you have to take extra time into account also. Now, let's enjoy some interesting skips before we reach Thane station.
We are approaching Thane station.
मम्मी इधर से देखो आपने एंट्री में वहाँ चल रहा
लास्ट सीट ले बैठे
नहीं यहाँ पर नहीं उतना दूर नहीं जाना मैं यहाँ देखिए नहीं
नहीं आगे वाली गेट खुल जाए लास्ट सीट तक पिज्जा का दिया
That was our run till Thane, and we arrived here at 2 o'clock sharp. And then after a halt of 2 minutes, we started at 2:03, and the door closed at 2:02. I remember that. The reason is because I heard the beep sound, and I saw that exactly after 2 minutes stop, the train actually got the door closed. So wherever you are boarding in this particular train or any Vande Bharat Express, be prompt and don't waste any time in any see off or anything like that. Quickly board the train because the door gets locked swiftly. Now let's see the run till Kalyan. I'm hoping it would be smooth and fast like how it has been so far. Vande Bharat Express generally have a very good priority, so I'm not expecting this particular train also to get any further delay. But there is something which is interesting about delay, which I'll share later on. As far as lunch is considered, I think they would provide everyone after Kalyan only, because everyone would be settled after Kalyan, and from Kalyan till Nasik it's a long run.
Saya sama semua areas bersihkan. कृपया अपना सारा सामान अपने साथ ले जाना न भूलें। Please remember to take all your belongings with you. रेलवे सुपर प्रवास के प्रबंधन सर्वांचे आभार। भारतीय रेल के साथ यात्रा करने के लिए आपका धन्यवाद।
आयात जा बैठ उधर जा वहाँ बैठ
दोनों बैठो आया तीन आया दोनों बैठो
पुढे एकदम पुढे जायला लागतं ना आता एकदम आणि पुढे
उन्होंने उतन जाएंगे उनको क्या जानता है गाड़ी में चेंज हो गई अभी कुछ कर सकता हूँ जैसे टिकट तो वैसा बैठ जा इधर बैठ अरे बैठने थे ना उसको
पूरा नया नहीं है
बैठने थे ना मत छोड़ ना ऐसा मत करता बेटा बैठने थे ना उसको हाँ तो ना तेरे
That was our train's run till Kalyan, and as expected, I have got lunch after Kalyan. Actually, the staff started providing the lunch before Kalyan itself, but for me, I got it after Kalyan only. So let me show you the lunch after I unbox it, and then I'll have it and let you know how it is. This is the first look of the food, and that's the dry potato vegetable. This is the cutlery, which has a disposable spoon, fork and a butter knife and tissue paper, which is very good. And that's the cottage cheese of paneer curry. That's the dal. This is the curd. That's the rice, 2 chapati and a tissue paper. Overall, the food looks very good in terms of quantity and look wise also. And the very good addition is the disposable cutlery which is provided. I think that should be included everywhere in all the premium trains like Vande Bharat, Rajdhani, Shatabdi or Duronto, because that maintains hygiene also, and that is good to use also. Do share your thoughts on this part. I'll quickly finish this meal and I'll let you know how the taste and quantity is. And by the time I think I will finish it, we would be reaching Kasara, following which you will see the Ghat section, whatever I would be able to possibly show you. So let me quickly finish this meal and let you know how it is. Lunch is done and lunch was very good. I would say I could easily rate it like 9 out of 10. Except for the pickle missing, nothing else was like noticeably wrong or off or anything like that. The taste was quite subtle, neither plain nor spicy, something which is like a perfect blend, I would say. And be it the dry vegetable or be it the cottage cheese curry or be it the dal, everything was really very good. And in dessert it was ice cream vanilla flavors. Overall I would say lunch was quite good and the benchmark is set up very high. So let's see how further the course of meals would be later on in the journey. And if in case you are thinking whether you should take catering and you should opt for the lunch on this particular train or not, then I can strongly recommend you can go ahead for the lunch option or the catering option. Even if you are not going till Jalna or beyond that, then also the lunch is quite good, and you won't be facing any issues with that, at least in my experience. And especially if you can't get a home food or something which you like from outside while coming to board this particular train, then go in for the option of catering, and I think you should be happy with the food. Now let's see how the scenes would be further on, because we are just outside Kasara and I'm not sure why we have stopped over here. So yeah, after we start from here, we should start exploring Kasara Ghat section, and I'm expecting the train to skip Kasara because Vande Bharat Express doesn't get a banker attached. So let's see that also, and let's see how the journey unfolds till we reach Nasik.
वेटिंग आधी 4:30 ते 5 सव्वा 5 असतो. समजा तुझा क्लासचा क्लास असेल तू क्लासला तरी चालतो. नसेल त्या दिवशी तू सव्वा 5 पाहिजे. पण कानावर पडतं सगळेजण एकत्र अभ्यास करतात आणि म्हणजे त्यामुळे परीक्षेच्या मुलं पण त्यांना मार्क मिळवतात. तर ते 4 त्याच्या ग्रेडेड परीक्षा आहेत. सरला नंतर काहीतरी शेवटी सुपर करावं.
That was our run till Nasik, and we have covered up a lot of delay, and that is precisely because we had got a very good run and the priority is very good. That is why we also overtook Mangala Lakshadweep Express at Kasara. And now after Nasik you would be getting evening snacks if in case you're traveling beyond Nasik, and once I get it I'll definitely share it with you what are the items. Along with that, any escapes, anything which I could capture, I'll share that also. And let's see when we reach Manmad. If in case the run is fantastic, we might even reach before time, or I'm expecting to reach by the scheduled time. So let's see when we reach Manmad junction. That was the Godavari River Bridge, and it originates near Nasik. And now we have got the evening snacks. So I could say like within 10-15 minutes of the departure from Nasik, you get the evening snacks. So let me show you what are the items of evening snacks, and I'll let you know how the cooked item, which is the only non-packed item, is in taste once I have it. This is the evening snacks. This is the chiuda or the snacks, and that is the caramel popcorn, which is on a sweeter side. This is the premixed tea powder from Girnar company, and it is a ginger flavor. And this is the ketchup, and that is for this kachori, which is quite hot. This is the tissue paper stir hot water he will provide later on, and that's the juice mango flavor. So I'll have it and let you know how the kachori is and how the tea is and how overall the evening snacks is. We have arrived at Manmad 6 minutes before time. 5:18 is actually the scheduled time, and we have arrived at 5:12, and we are scheduled to depart at 5:20. So we would be waiting like around 8 minutes. Now this is 6 minutes before time because of multiple reasons. First is because Solapur Mumbai Vande Bharat Express, with which our train has the rake sharing, actually arrived sharp on time at Mumbai CSMT. And this part which I'm going to share is an interesting part related to the punctuality. So since that train arrived sharp on time, cleaning happened and we departed with a slight delay from Mumbai CSMT. Anything happens to Mumbai bound Solapur Vande Bharat Express, then this train cannot depart on time, and that becomes like a chain reaction. So that is something which wasn't applicable in past when this train used to operate till Jalna, and the reason is because it had a dedicated rake. It came from Jalna, and then the same rake went back to Jalna. So the distance was shorter. Now the train is till Huzur Saheb Nanded, which is a much more distance than in past. And what the South Central Railway Zone decided is that they would do a rake sharing with both the trains, because Mumbai bound Solapur Vande Bharat Express arrives around like 12:40. So they thought like, let's depart that same rake towards Huzur Saheb Nanded and let it reach 11 o'clock. And the rake which comes from Huzur Saheb Nanded arrives in afternoon at Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus, and that particular rake departs around 4 o'clock towards Solapur. But what happens is, generally Huzur Saheb Nanded Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus Vande Bharat Express arrives on time, so the Solapur bound Vande Bharat Express doesn't get late. But our train's punctuality many times goes off track, and that is one of the reasons. And the other reason is because sometimes when the train is delayed and then they reschedule it, and then there is local train traffic, other trains traffic, then to prioritize, get clearance, there is freight, so it becomes like a pile up. And I've seen in past that this train has even arrived 1 hour late, and even more than that, and sometimes it has been rescheduled also when something has happened to Solapur Mumbai Vande Bharat Express. So that is something which needs to be considered. And if in case you're booking this particular train's ticket in morning after chart preparation, then first check what is the status of 22226 Solapur Mumbai Vande Bharat Express. If it is running on time, then only go ahead and book this particular train ticket. Otherwise, the repercussion can and most probably will happen that this particular train will be delayed, and your plans or your arrival time at any particular stop of this particular train would be delayed. So this is something that needs to be considered. And when the train gets delayed abruptly by 2-3 hours or something like that, then your lunch is delayed, and all those food which is being provided, even though they are in good in quality so far, but at wrong timing, it is not a good thing to have. So just keep this thing in mind. This particular train's punctuality can go off track if in case something happens to Solapur Mumbai Vande Bharat Express. And this particular rake sharing, I don't think it will be discontinued until unless railway decide to optimize the coach composition and give a separate rake, especially the South Central Railway Zone. Because currently I don't think this particular train will be profitable. It operates with 20 coaches, out of which on regular basis I've seen at least 5 to 6 coaches run completely empty, and even more than that. So that is something which South Central Railway Zone should consider. And I don't think even Solapur Mumbai Vande Bharat Express is too profitable from Solapur to Pune or from Pune to Solapur. It is profitable definitely between Pune to Mumbai, but from Solapur to Pune or from Pune to Solapur, that particular train is not that profitable. I've done a journey in past when it was having a white coach, and that was quite a long time back, but it is available on the channel. You can watch it later on also. As far as evening snacks goes, it was good in taste and quality and quantity. There was no problem with that. Even the kachori stuffing was quite good, and I would say it is one of the by far best kachori I had, because it wasn't plain, the stuffing was good in quantity, and it was quite hot. So overall food so far has been top notch of this particular train. Now let's see when we depart from Manmad. We have only 3 stops left before we reach our destination, and I don't think today there should be any issue with the punctuality of this particular train, and I am expecting it could be possible that we might reach our destination on time or even before time. We will find out later on. There is quite a lot of things to be seen. There are 3 stops, and there is the dinner which would be provided, and later on in the journey I'll also share about the washroom of Vande Bharat Express. That was second back-to-back before time or on time arrival, but a delayed departure. And this time it was delayed by 10 minutes. That's not a big deal. We can cover up later on. But at Jalna, we might be on time, or if in case the run is compromised of a train, then we might be slightly late again. But between Parbhani Junction and Huzur Saheb Nanded, there is a little bit extra time provided for this train. So we might be on time at our destination, or maybe even before time. We will find out later on. I spoke to the staff about the dinner, and the dinner will be provided only after Jalna. So whoever would be left on board after Jalna, they would only get the dinner, and there are very few people left in the train. And I think after Jalna, there would be further less, and Parbhani, and then at Huzur Saheb Nanded, I think only 1% passengers might be remaining in the train. So for the destination or for the full end-to-end journey or for Huzur Saheb Nanded, the patronage is still very less, and that is precisely because the time is too much. You spend almost entire day. It is a good option to travel from Nasik or Manmad to Huzur Saheb Nanded or Jalna, but from Mumbai there are better overnight options, and which cost less also, and which are convenient also. I've traveled in Devgiri Express, and it is a very wonderful train if in case you want to travel from Mumbai to Huzur Sahib Nanded, because the timing is really very good, and you can even travel in first AC, and first AC doesn't even cost, I think, around like 2500, so not even like 3000 rupees as it is in executive class. Anyways, executive class has a 3000 plus fare because it has a lot of amount for the catering, which is 600 plus. Now let me show you the washroom. If in case you're having food or anything, you can just skip this part, but there are a few things which is extra in Vande Bharat Express washroom, so I want to share those details about it, following which we will see when we arrive at Jalna, and after Jalna I'll share what the dinner would be provided, and let's hope it is a good one, like how the lunch and evening snacks have been, and that could mark a very plus point for this particular train, that is the catering part. So let's see the washroom first, and following which we will proceed with our journey. Starting from the mirror, there is a big mirror, and that's the hand dryer which is operational, and this is the wash basin with tap, and that side if you see there is the soap dispenser, again that same mirror, and that's the place where you can put a hand towel or something, hooks to hang any items. This lock is working, so that is perfectly fine. This is the handle. I think that is the freshener or like fragrance, but I don't think that is working right now. And this is, I think, the fire extinguisher, and that's the flush button and hand shower, and this particular handle and tap also. Basically everything is there. The hand dryer part is an extra feature, and the overall look is also a little bit different, and that is not something which you would find same in the LHB coaches or the normal usual super fast or mail express trains. So that is something different, and it is decently maintained. In some washroom I saw that tissue paper was missing, but later on they, I think, put it back again. So that was something like a miss from the onboard housekeeping staff. Now let's get back to our seat and let's see when we reach Jalna. The departure was pretty much kind of like nothing visible because it was too much of reflection, lot of darkness outside, I think due to some construction work, and yeah, I couldn't show anything except for reflection at the departure of Jalna station. Now the delay was there, and it was expected because the run was compromised, and there were like few unscheduled halt before Jalna and very close to Jalna station also. Even though the delay is there, yet we could be on time at our final stop before Huzur Saheb Nanded, that is Parvani Junction, on time. Although the run is non-stop for 110 kilometers, the time allotted is 1 hour 30 minutes approximately, like that. So the time is allotted is quite a lot. If there is no issues, then we can easily reach Parvani Junction on time. Now the dinner will be provided right now, so as soon as I get it, I'll show you what the dinner is, and I'll have it and let you know also how it is. This is the first look, and it looks different. These are 2 chapatis instead of 3 how it was in afternoon. Cutlery is also different, now only a wooden spoon, although this is disposable, so that's good. Tissue paper, curd, rice, dal looks completely different, and it looks less also. Paneer curry also looks different, pieces are less and it looks different, and even the dry vegetable looks different. It's not just potatoes, some beans are also there. Overall, the first look of dinner is different than what it was in lunch. Obviously it won't be the same thing because it is boarded either from Manmad or maybe after that, but from wherever it is, let me see how it is in terms of taste and quality, and I'll let you know also after Parvani how the overall food is, and plus I'll give you also the detail of the entire review of this particular train.
Doors are closing. Doors are closing. Indian Railways wishes you a happy and comfortable journey.
Food is done, stops are done. Now the only thing that remains is to reach the destination. And this journey somehow after sunset is feeling like too long. So I won't further make an unnecessary prolonged delay on completing this particular journey. I'll quickly share the review starting with the food, and following the review I'll share when we reach Huzur Saheb Nanded. So the food was really very good. If in case you're considering to take with the catering option or not, I would recommend, if you do not have any option to get food from home or from any place of your liking, or you're short of time, you can blindly go for the catering of this particular train. The food is good. Even the dinner was fine. I would say it was slightly on the lower end as compared to the benchmark set by the lunch, but it wasn't bad at all, and it was definitely good than many other Rajdhani Express and trains which provide catering and which I have traveled in. So the overall, all the three meals were really very good. The staff was prompt in giving the food and anything which you would want to have. Now comes the part of punctuality. In my journey it was good. If in case the train is running on time or maybe marginal delay from the starting station, then it would be slightly delayed here and there, but mostly it would reach on time, especially at the destination, which I'm expecting also, and which I'll share with you. Just remember the idea or the suggestion which I gave earlier after Manmad junction. Make sure to check whether the Solapur Mumbai Vande Bharat Express is running on time or not while booking the ticket. If that train is running on time, then you can definitely book ticket in this particular train. If it is late, like 1 hour, 2 hour or something like that, then you can consider that this particular train might also get delayed. As far as the cleanliness goes, the cleanliness is perfectly fine, no issues with that. People were also very less, so yeah, no issues with the cleanliness part. And the safety is top notch. Vande Bharat Express, you don't have to worry, the doors are locked for any unscheduled halt, and RPF is there, TT is there, the staff is quite alert. So yeah, even though it is a day journey, you won't feel any kind of that problem with respect to security. Overall experience, you might feel a little bit bored and feel like the journey is too long, especially once the sunset happens, because it would happen generally around 6:30 in winter, and even if you travel in summer season, then it might happen after 7. But still you will feel like 3 hours in this complete darkness and reflection, when nothing to be seen outside and people are deboarding. It creates psychology like when you would reach your destination. So the sooner you get down, the better it is. But if you're going till Huzur Saheb Nanded, then it would really give you a different feeling of kind of a boring feeling after sunset. But before sunset, it is really enjoyable. You will see the scenes outside, have food, and that particular part would pass very swiftly. But the later part after sunset is something which might give you that feeling. That was something which was my experience. But if in case you're traveling with a family, friend, or in group, then you might not face that also. And the overall value for money, if you don't have any other options, if you don't have the options of overnight train, then this particular train is a good option. This particular train is definitely a good option if your plans are like last moment plans and like on the spot plans, and you don't have any option other than this particular train. Then definitely this is a worth trying a train and traveling also. And especially the overnight trains are always in very high demand because the convenience and the timing is really very good, be it from Mumbai or be it from Nasik. Even if you want to get down at Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar or Jalna or Parbhani or Huzur Saheb Nanded, those trains are really very good, and they even have furthermore stops. So people tend to take those options first as compared to Vande Bharat Express. It is more economical also, and plus you get a complete day of work, be it at Mumbai or be it Nasik. In this particular train, you can't even get a half day of work properly, especially if you're coming from western suburb or somewhere like that, and you're boarding from Dadar or Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus. So that was my overall experience. If you still have any questions, queries or suggestions with respect to this particular train, make sure to ask to the comment section. I'm also on Instagram. The link is mentioned in the description. You can follow me there and you can ask me questions or suggestions over there also. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you did, thanks a lot. And if you're new to the channel and if you've forgotten to subscribe, make sure to subscribe. There are many other journeys already available on the channel, and there are many more which will be coming up also. And I have traveled in quite a lot of variety of trains, so it could be a good information if in case you plan to travel in future also. So thanks a lot if in case you have subscribed, and hit the bell icon for latest updates or any videos that would be coming up. Once again, thank you so much for watching the entire video. Now I'll share the arrival at Huzur Saheb Nanded, and always travel safe, take care and be happy. And here is the arrival at Huzur Saheb Nanded. Goodbye for now.
वॉइस रिकॉर्ड चालू हो गया ठीक है ठीक है और है
Express. Now,